Good morning, students. Today our topic is the stationary waves or standing waves. So from previous topic, what is the phase difference? Phase difference means here it is at this point having 0, and this point the phase is here at this point pi by 2. At this point the phase is equal to pi, and here this point is 3 pi by 2, and this point the phase is equal to 2 pi. From this point to this point, what is the phase difference? 0 pi, means phase difference is pi. This point to this point, the phase difference is equal to 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2. That means 2 pi by 2, that is equal to pi. So this point to this point, the phase difference is equal to pi. So you have to once practice, then you have to remember this. Now go for our topic today. Topic is standing waves. So what is the definition of the standing wave? If suppose two waves are traveling like this, if suppose it is the one wave and it is the another wave, these two waves are traveling in opposite direction. So one is in positive direction if it is moving positive direction, another one will be moving in opposite direction. So then these two waves are interfere, then we are getting the stationary waves. What is the definition of the stationary or standing wave? Means the interference of two identical waves. Identical waves means here this amplitude and this one amplitude both are same, and these two are having the same frequency, same wavelength, like that. So then these two waves are moving in opposite direction, then they will interfere, then we are getting a stationary or a standing wave. So if suppose these two will be interfere, so according to superposition principle, then the resultant displacement is equal to the algebraic sum of the individual displacements. If it is moving in positive direction, y1 is equal to a sin kx minus omega t, y2 is equal to a sin kx plus omega t. For y, I will take plus here. Along this direction, it is the opposite direction, that's why I will take the positive. So if suppose these two will be interfere, according to the superposition principle, the resultant displacement is equal to y is equal to y1 plus y2. So a sin kx minus omega t plus a sin kx plus omega t. So then what is the, by using mathematics, sin a plus b plus sin a minus b equal to how much? Its expression is equal to 2 sin a cos b. So you have to remember this formula. Sin a plus b plus sin a minus b is equal to 2 sin a cos b. So same rule you have to apply here. It is a sin a plus b sin a minus b. You have to take, and the common is a. So then 2 sin a cos b. So what is the expression we are getting here? Y equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t. In this, 2a sin kx cos omega t. In this term indicates the amplitude. Why? Because this omega and time, these two are represented with the phase, but here amplitude is not depending upon the phase. So here amplitude, this point we are having the amplitude, this point I am having the amplitude. Okay, so amplitude is not depending upon the time and phase. Amplitude is, this is not depending upon the time and it's a angular, that means it is the angular frequency. And y is equal to, this term will be taken as the amplitude. Y is equal to amplitude into cos omega t. So if suppose these two will be interfere, these two identical waves will be interfere, the pattern will be like this. So it is the one wave direction, it is the another wave direction. So these two interfere, we are getting the pattern like this. So then what is the expression we are getting? y is equal to a cos omega t. In this a is means amplitude is equal to 2a sin kx. So you have to observe this diagram. From where the amplitude is maximum, that point is called as the antinode. From where the amplitude is minimum, for this wave and for this wave the amplitude is minimum, this point is called as the node, and this point is called as the antinode, and this point is called as the node. So node, antinode, node, antinode, node. So at a node, what you have to observe from this diagram, from where the amplitude is minimum, that point you are taken as the node. So or simply where the amplitude is minimum, that point you are creating, the point name is node. Where the amplitude is maximum, that point is you are creating a name, that is antinode. So at this point amplitude is minimum. Minimum means 0. So amplitude is minimum means, what is the expression I will taking? The amplitude is equal to here 2a sin kx. Already a means amplitude. So the first initial amplitude, it is a one wave, it is the first wave, and it is the another wave. These two are interfere. This one having amplitude, this one having amplitude. These amplitudes are not equal to 0. But which function chance to go 0? Sine function chance to go 0. So if suppose a is equal to 0 means, here it is the 0 means sine 2a sin kx is equal to 0. So a b is equal to 0 means, according to rules, a is equal to 0 or b equal to 0. 2a is not a chance for 0, that's why sine function goes for 0. Sin kx is equal to 0. So when the amplitude is minimum, that point is called as, what I am taking? Node. You have to remember this form. This node. What is node? At a node, which one is 0? Like the objective will be there. So at amplitude is 0 means at the time the point is taken as node. Sin kx is equal to 0. Sin which function will be 0? Sin 0, 0. Sin pi 0. That means sin kx is equal to sin n pi is always 0. So you have to compare these two. Then kx is equal to n pi. At the time x is equal to, n pi by k. K means wave number 2 pi by lambda. N pi by 2 pi by lambda. So pi get cancelled. So then n lambda by 2. X is equal to it is n is equal to 1. First so from this, if suppose it is the graph, at this point n is equal to 1 point. So at this point 1 lambda by 2, suppose it is. At this point, what is the point? Lambda by 2. So 2 lambda by 2. That means lambda. So this point is lambda. So then what is the difference between lambda minus lambda by 2 means lambda by 2. So the distance between two nodes is nothing but lambda by 2. The distance between two successive nodes is nothing but lambda by 2. So the distance between two successive nodes is equal to here lambda by 2. So once I am telling, at node, that point at which amplitude is minimum or 0 is called as the node. Sin which function will becomes 0. Sin n pi is always 0. That means kx is equal to n pi. Then x is equal to n pi by k. N pi by k means 2 pi by lambda. So here pi get cancelled. So n lambda by 2. N is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So at this point you have to take n lambda by 2. At this point we are taking 2 lambda by 2. At this point you have to take n 3 lambda by 2. Then the successive distance between two nodes is lambda by 2. The distance between two successive nodes is equal to lambda by 2. At what point you have to take an antinode? At that point at which the amplitude is maximum. The amplitude is maximum is called as the antinode. What is the antinode definition? The point at which the amplitude is maximum is called antinode. So sine which function will be maximum? Sine n plus of pi, that means sine pi by 2. If suppose n is equal to 0, you have to take it. Sine pi by 2 1, sine pi by 2 is the maximum value. So kx is equal to n plus half pi. So if suppose n plus half pi, n plus half pi. So if suppose n is equal to 0 means pi by 2 we are getting. So sine kx is equal to n plus half pi. But k is equal to already you know. What is the expression I am taking? Sine kx is equal to sine n plus half pi. You have to compare. K means 2 pi by lambda into x is equal to n plus half into pi. Pi get cancelled. Then x is equal to, so n plus half lambda by 2. N plus half lambda by 2. N plus half lambda by 2. Where n is equal to 0. If suppose n is equal to 0, you have to take it. Then what is the value of x you are taking? Lambda by 4. Lambda by 4. So first one is the lambda by 4. First one is the lambda by 4. If suppose, what is the expression we are getting? N plus half lambda by 2. N is equal to 0, lambda by 4. Next, n is equal to 1. 1 means 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into lambda by 2. That means 3 lambda by 4. Then 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. What is the expression we are getting? 2 lambda by 4. That means lambda by 2. The successive distance between two antinodes is also lambda by 2. The successive distance between two nodes is also lambda by 2. You have to remember the point. The successive distance between node to node is lambda by 2. The successive distance between so you have to remember the points. First point is node to node. What is the value? Lambda by 2. And second point, antinode to antinode is also lambda by 2. Okay. And next, in this, here it is the lambda by, from here to here is the lambda by 2 distance. Here this point to this point, what is the distance? Lambda by 4. So from here to here, the distance between this point to this point is here lambda by 2. It is a node and it is a node. Sorry, I will also draw the diagram here. This node and this node to node, the distance is equal to lambda by 2. And here antinode to antinode, the distance is also lambda by 2. So then, in that of what is the value we are having? Antinode. Node to node, what is the value we are having? Antinode. That means lambda by 2 in that half means lambda by 4. So node to antinode, lambda by 4. So what are the points you have to remember? Node to node, lambda by 2, or antinode to antinode, lambda by 4. Lambda by 2, sorry. And antinode to node or node to antinode, lambda by 4. Okay. So I will once recall the standing waves. So the interference of two identical waves moving in opposite direction produces a stationary or the standing waves. So if it is moving in positive direction, I will take the minus. For negative direction, I will take the plus. So if suppose these two will be interfere according to superposition principle, y is equal to y1 plus y2. The algebraic sum of the individual displacements is nothing but the principle of superposition definition. So then you can apply here. We are getting the expression y is equal to a cos omega t. In that a means amplitude. What is the expression for the amplitude? 2a sin kx. So here the amplitude is maximum. That point is called as the antinode. Where the amplitude is minimum, that point is called as the node. Okay, so I can apply these rules and we can get the expression for the x value So from node to node the distance is equal to lambda by 2. From antinode to antinode the distance is equal to lambda by 2. From node to antinode or antinode to node lambda by 4. You have to remember. And next topic, formation of stationary waves in structured string. Formation of stationary waves in structured string. Okay, first of all you have to consider a string. This is the string. This string is fixed between two rigid supports having the length from here to here. The length is equal to is fixed. That length is here to taken as here L is the length. So if suppose this length is fixed and when it is plucked, you have to pluck it, then it will give the oscillations. When it is oscillating with a single loop, first of all when it is vibrating with a single loop, then it will create the sound. How to the sound will be created I will explain. If suppose when you have to pluck it, so automatically here the compressions and rarefaction, actually in generally the medium will be in normal mode. When we have to pluck it, this string ups the medium, then the upper medium will becomes compressed. Here the medium will be compressed. At this point the medium will be compressed and rarefactions, compressions and rarefactions, like that we can get the sound. When it is plucked, when it is vibrating with a single loop, suppose when it is vibrating with a single loop, at the time already you learn when it is vibrating with single loop, at where the amplitude is minimum, that point is called as here node. At where the amplitude is maximum, that point is called as the antinode, and this one is called as the node. So here the length is fixed. When it is vibrating, at that time the velocity v is equal to under root of T by mu, where T means tension in the string and mu means linear mass density. Then what is its frequency? What is the frequency? So what is the velocity? V is equal to nu lambda. Already you know the expression for velocity is equal to nu lambda. So then nu is equal to V by lambda. V by lambda. Then you have to, V means under root of T by mu. And then what is the lambda? What is the lambda? From here to here, from this point to this point, what is the distance? L you have to take it. L is equal to, from this, when it is vibrating with one loop. First one is it is vibrating with one loop. Vibrating with one loop. So then from node to node, what is the distance is equal to? Node to node, what is the distance is equal to? Lambda by 2 is equal to L. Lambda by 2 is equal to L. Then lambda is equal to 2L. Lambda equal to 2L. So they have to substitute this one, and nu is equal to here. So 1 by lambda means here 2L. V means under root of T by mu. So this is the new one, means it is vibrating with one loop. So this frequency is called as the fundamental frequency. This one is called as the fundamental frequency, or first natural tone, or first harmonic. This one is called as the first harmonic when the loop is vibrating with a single loop. If suppose it is vibrating with if it is a string, this string is vibrating with two loops. What are the points? Node, node, and node. And this point is called as the antinode, antinode. So from here to here the distance is equal to L. So here it is vibrating with two loops. Two loops. Nu is equal to V by lambda. Then what is the lambda is equal to here? What is the lambda equal to? So from node to node the distance is equal to node to node. What is the distance? Lambda by 2. Again lambda by 2. Then total distance is equal to 2 lambda by 2 is equal to L. Then lambda equal to 2L by 2. 2L by 2. Then what is the frequency? Nu is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 2L, here 2L by 2, and next T by mu. So I can write the expression for the velocity is equal to under root of T by mu, and lambda is equal to 2L by 2. So it is the second frequency. It is the second frequency. So this one is called as the second harmonic or first overtone. So based on next one is the when the loop is vibrating with 3 loops. So then it is the node, 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 node. Total distance is equal to lambda by 2, lambda by 2, lambda by 2. 3 lambda by 2 is equal to length. The length of the string remains constant here. Here also constant, here also constant. But here it is vibrating with one loop, it is 2 loops, it is vibrating with 3 loops. At that time lambda is equal to 2L by 3. So then the frequency nu 3 is equal to, so by 2L upon 3 here under root of T by mu. So this one is called as the third harmonic or the second overtone. Third harmonic or second overtone. So this is the formation of stationary waves. Formation of stationary waves. So you have to observe nu 1, nu 2, nu 3, like in which way we are getting the values. Nu 1, nu 2, nu 3, like how we are getting the values. So nu 1 is equal to 1 by 2L under root of T by mu. And nu 2 is equal to 2 by 2L under root of T by mu. And nu 3 is equal to 3 by 2L under root of T by mu. So these nu 1, nu 2, nu 3, how they will be? Nu 1 is to nu 2 is, nu 3 is equal to 1 is to 2 is to 3. So the common expression for this, when the string is vibrating with n loops, then nu n is equal to n by 2L under root of T by mu. In case of a structured string, it is the formula. So from this structured string we can formula 3 laws of transverse wave in structured string. First law, second law, third law. It is very easy. You can make constant of 2 variables, and how about the third variable with the frequency. So here T mu are constant. When T and mu are kept constant, then the fundamental frequency of the vibrating string is inversely proportional to the length. Inversely proportional to the length. And next second one, and L and T are constant, kept constant. The fundamental frequency is inversely proportional to the square root of the linear mass density. And next, L means length of the string and linear mass density are kept constant, then the fundamental frequency of the structured string is directly proportional to the square root of the tension of the string. These are the three laws of the structured string. So first you have to remember this formula. What is the fundamental frequency of the structured string formula? Nu is equal to 1 by 2L under root of T by mu. So then what is here harmonics? Harmonics means the integral multiples of the fundamental frequencies. Nu1, nu2, nu3, how they will be? 1:2:3. So they will be integral multiples of the fundamental frequencies, then that is called as the harmonics. Some are not a harmonic manner. How they will be means, if suppose nu1 is to nu2 is to nu3 is equal to 1:2:3, that means integrals 1, 2, 3. If suppose they will be 1:3:5, they are not harmonic. When they will become harmonic means they are integral multiples of the fundamental frequency, then they will be harmonic. Okay students, bye.